Welcome to Our Best Self, a discussion sharing forum to help you see habits and practices that will lead to your happiness and success personally and professionally. Mental strength, happiness, health, business success, and the gamut at large. Welcome to Our Best Self. Today I go down a challenge that I made for myself and that I think is super valuable, and I shared it with about a dozen people today that this is what I was working on and had some really rich conversations. And I just want to take the time now to articulate what it is on how you can find better success doing less activities, having less work during the day, and really hopefully engage with you and kind of jam a little bit about ways of capturing time in our day. So a lot of us, when we think about our full days, we find we are putting our time in many different baskets, fill our hearts with love and joy that represent hobbies, fitness, all these different categories. But we're putting our time in all these different areas. And when we've gotten to the point now where even on our phones and on our computers, we are having them report to us, what is our screen time? What is our app usage? What is our time that we're involved in these devices? And I think that's an insight, because that's a consumption component, unless you're writing on your phone or you're producing on your phone or your computers. There is a healthy habit here where if we want to look at our whole day or a week, whatever is easier, and start to discover where are we putting our time. And what I want the lens to be for today is, what are we giving our energy towards? Where is that energy leading us? And what can we do for a short window of time to maybe adjust those intensities that will give us more time, better recovery and rest, and a freer mind to think more creatively, and be more effective. So how can we have all these together? We can have all these together when we create, number one, a list of everything we give our time to. And for me, that might be, a podcast about, creating a life filled with happiness and success. It might be, I like to write articles, or I like to read, or maybe I'm trying to produce content on these different platforms, and then reflecting on what is that type of content we're creating. It also should include kind of the human engagements, right? The coaching I do, the mentoring sessions that I do, the calls that I take, and then those conversations and dialogues, the deep executive level work that I get to do day in and day out on cybersecurity and product development. So when I make a list of these, and I made a list, I wrote every one down. I got the podcast, I have the videos, I have the articles, social media platforms that I'm creating. I put down even, the Netflix and Amazon consumption that I do on an average in a week. I wrote down, my time in traffic. That is a lot of time that I am unable to utilize unless I find a way to enjoy public transportation, Ubers, maybe find carpooling, different ways to hack that. And then what I did is I said, number one, what's the amount of time in a week? And then, can I put it on hold for the next 42 days? And I made the decision by going through every row and basically trying to decide, where is that activity taking me? Now, some are joy, right? I have training. My health is most important to me above all else, right? Because without my health, I won't be able to do all those other things or be a great father because I won't be around. So some things I can't take off the list, right? I can't take off training and sleep off the list. Great, so they're locked in. But what about creating Instagram videos or LinkedIn articles or TikTok videos or the podcast or videos or writing. What I did is I wrote down, where is that going for me? Not is it successful, but is it on plan with my North Star and what I'm trying to achieve and solve? And if it is aligned with that plan and it's bringing me towards helping give value or solve that problem, then it's worth continuing. But if I am just posting content of coffee cups and flowers and fireplaces, and I'm not on design or interior work, maybe that's not what I should be spending my time on. Maybe that creative horsepower could be used for something else. In addition, I also noticed that I do create content that is in the right area of the plan, but it's not intentional towards achieving the plan. Maybe it's dabbling, right? And we all do that, right? We say, "Oh, I take my health very serious. I'm working out." But you're like, "Yeah, I worked out 3 times for about 30 minutes each time." I wouldn't really call that working out. I would call that I exercise, but it's certainly not training for me to have my best life. So, in order for us to maximize the time that we are working, we need to make a list of all the things that we intend to do. What's the time allocation? Is it getting us to our plan? And if it isn't, can we put it on hold? What will we lose in life if we put it on hold? This doesn't mean sleep or food or health or time with our loved ones that we can never get back if we miss that hour, because we're not putting them on hold for 42 days. But maybe instead of spending 1 or 2 hours a day on Netflix, which is 14 hours in a week, maybe we cut that in half. And now we take those 7 hours and we put it towards something that we really, truly care about. And that truly care about could be meditation, walks with the family, donating time to charity, working at a homeless shelter. Because if you're already aligned with your daily activities, then the adjustment is to allow us to be a better human, to let our health and let our body recover and create space for these simpler, more human type activities that, yes, will feed larger results. But if everything's dialed in and we free up 7 hours in a day, then we can totally use that on other enjoyable for our soul and maybe for our minds. But if we're not all aligned, if we look at our list and we're like, I am writing articles on LinkedIn and they're fantastic, but I'm not taking those LinkedIn articles far enough to help those in my profession, to help those that are chasing their health goals or fitness goals. Okay, well, let's be a little bit more intentional. It's the same effort, but now let's be a little bit more intentional, a little bit more specific, and really thinking about that avatar, that other person who's going to read and consume our work and see what happens. And I believe that through this habit of focusing not only our daily activities and our time allocations, but simply asking ourselves the right questions in our hearts of hearts. Focus questions that I wrote for myself are, am I building the right systems to have the right results? Am I creating the right amount of worth for my clients and my team? And I frame it that way. And I have a couple other that kind of nuances that help me be really dialed in. But I word it that way so if something comes up in the day, I can say no. I can say no to adding that to my list. Or I can say, wow, that is an exceptional point of view that I may want to wrap into my existing activities such that we can get the maximum impact overall. So, if you are looking to reduce the total amount of time that you're working, have more time for creativity, more time to give to your community, to see more success and more productive results based on what you're actually doing, I think reframing your day and your activities against these kind of intentional behaviors will really give you the results that you're chasing. Let me know how this helps you in the comments. Give me a follow on Twitter, obviously, and all the channels. Really excited to kind of see how you apply this to your day. As I said, spoke to about a dozen people today and really had some amazing conversations. And you could see their eyes opening when they realized that, well, I can really apply this and get some time back. So very excited. Thank you.